Zach Womble in the blue corner, Rabboni Mason in the red. 3 3-minute rounds scheduled.
Womble rushed right into the clinch, didn't want to find out about getting punched in the face by Rabboni. Rabboni's got that over-under, looking to circle to his underhook. Womble setting him straight. Cross reap, unbalanced, and Mason is back on the fence. Good head position here by Mason. Womble, the thinner of the two. I would assume the less powerful, but he's doing a really good job moving his feet and using his grips to his advantage here. I was in the back wrapping Mason, and he and his corner were both saying they wanted fireworks. They wanted big shots. They did not want this to turn into a grappling match. I'm assuming Womble is the better grappler of the two, but Rabboni likes to throw those hands. If he's got Womble pressing the fence, why not break off and let him fly for a little bit, see where it takes you?
Well, right at the start, Womble came out and kind of tied up.
Didn't give him the chance. He didn't want to find out about Rabboni's hands. Rabboni hooking the leg. Uchi by Womble. Mason recovers. Big knee to the body. Good control on the inside. Mason comes from the MMA Science Academy. This is a gym run by Roger Kral. If you're unfamiliar with Roger Kral, he is one of the best striking coaches in MMA. Amanda Nunes is striking coach, Nick Lentz, Taylor Kral, a litany of UFC fighters, title contenders, Bellator veterans, etc. He is one of the absolute best striking coaches in the world, and Rabboni is a direct student of his. You got to assume that Womble knows that and does not want to throw hands with it, or legs for that matter.
Well, he's done a good job thus far of avoiding that.
Yes, sir. Now, Womble does train at Hard Knocks 365. His head coach, or his wrestling coach, Foz, and his jiu-jitsu coach, Drew Phoenix, both fabulous grapplers, and you can see the strength in his grappling game as he's not allowing Mason to execute any of his major striking attacks here. The question will become now, is the size difference or the power difference going to take its toll in that second round? He's been carrying Mason for probably the last minute or so, and I don't necessarily see it changing in the last 30 seconds of the round. So we'll see how much weight has been put on him and how he's going to come out in the second. But Mason's starting to open up here. Couple big shots, one to the head, one to the body, and a knee to follow up. Dirty boxing on the inside and finally making space. Touching Womble, that 2-3, digging the lead uppercut. Playing distance, smart. You'll see in this lefty-righty exchange, it's not at, we got double lefties now. Big kick by Womble. Big shot by Womble. Awesome sprawl by Mason, stuffing the attempt. Here we're in our last 10 seconds.
Oh.
The round is over. After the bell with the slam. I don't know what you say about that. He was in the air at bell time. Nochi giving him a talking to about his prior behavior. What?
Okay.
He threw a kick. Now, I know Mason's got good hands because I wrapped them. Big left hand by Mason. Wobbles Womble. Womble, deal with it. He's good here. Rhythm step. Guys, we got to break these rhythm steps. Talk to your coaches. Do not rhythm step.
There's that sprawl or that shoot.
Big shot by Womble. But as tall as he is, man, that's a huge distance to level chain. You gotta wonder if that's his most effective strategy of attack here.
I hear the corner of Rabboni Mason saying, don't play that game. Push off and strike.
He's not wrong. Big inside shot by Mason. Womble content to try just hold on. Like, this is MMA. We're not just wrestling. This is a whole new avenue of sport, right? In those short areas, in those tie-ups, superior head position, controlling the inside will give you the opportunity to do damage. Mason has adapted to that at least partially. Womble has not. He's super content just looking for the takedown. He gets in and Mason stops it yet again. Great work by Mason here defensively. Womble, excellent aggression. He gets Mason on the fence, but he's not doing anything with it. With all this wide open body space, you got to throw a knee. You got to use an uppercut. Change your level. Make a shot, something. Great head position by Mason, keeping Womble on the wall. He's just got to be aware of that inside leg. He's going to go for that Uchimata again. Enter with a 6. Double kick. We're in our last just about 45 seconds here in round number 2. This one much more distinct in the advantage of Rabboni Mason. Womble just dying to grapple.
He wants to pull guard.
Yeah. This is modern era MMA, son. No one's pulled guard in MMA in, 15 years. At least not effectively. Did a quick job working his way up from bottom. In on the wrestle up, 20 seconds to go, but he's got to score here. He has to make something happen. And a last-minute takedown with no control and no damage isn't going to do much for him.
No.
Unless he pulls a Gavra and gets a broken rib out of the takedown. Mind you, Gavra is on the card later tonight, isn't he?
He is.
He is our third to last, our Coco main event. No, sir. It's a finish, period. Ooh, big kick to the face. Mason wore it, hurt him with the jab, dug into the body. Womble does not like to be hit. That body is taking bad damage off Mason's left hand, and he shows it every time he touches. Going back to the well on that snap kick. Womble sucking the leg in, driving the double, turning the corner, puts Mason on his butt, stepping over for a Khabib control. Mason pushing the head down, building up to base. He's on a foot and a knee. Womble frees the head, working towards the back, trying to set the hook, but Mason's built a wall there, making that real difficult. He's up. He's going to start looking for a switch or a hand fight because Womble's going to ride as best he can. Hands are open. Mason's turning. He can dig that underhook, square up with him, or he can walk out. Womble readjusting, reshooting the single. Mason turning the corner and gets right out of dodge. Kicks Womble in the kneecap and sprawls him out. Props to Womble's aggression here. This man wants to wrestle, and by God, he is gonna wrestle. He gets his second takedown, but he's so high down the leg, Mason's gonna turn, stuff the head, and slide that bottom knee out yet again, building up his base. If Womble could have got this type of takedown done in the first and the second, we'd be talking about a different fight here in the third. But that was not the case. Womble has to finish. He has to do major damage. The ride time is not going to be it.
Yeah.
Even from close quarters, Mason able to generate some real power.
Yeah, we heard those.
It's not like he's beating a drum.
He only got a minute to work here. It's just
Mason up on a knee and a foot. He's almost back. If this was an elbow legal fight, Womble would be taking shots.
Okay. Look like a little
45 seconds. Womble looking for the trip. Rambo's corner was calling for him to show them who he is. And he really has. He's put hands on this man quite a bit. Did a really good job of working up off the bottom. Now he's breaking off, and another double shot to the body. 2-3 low. Womble responds with 2 big chopping leg kicks and another shot. Rambo just drops the hips on him, crushes that shot immediately. Lets him up. Says, come get that smoke. You got 10 seconds. Guys, let him fly. Let him up. Get those hands going. Another great sprawl by Mason. Womble's flat. Mason's flurry to finish. And we are done. That's 3 up. I got to give that fight to Mason. Excellent.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, your judges have reached a decision, a unanimous decision at that. For your winner, out of the red corner, Rabboni Rambo Mason.
Rabboni Rambo Mason, your winner by unanimous decision here. The dominant victory.
Congrats.